Hey there, everybody. Hope everybody's doing good. I'm here in my studio in LA at the moment, and for a while now, filming my courses for my online school that's going to be coming out pretty soon. Really excited about that. More on that later. I just thought it would be fun to. I've got a couple of other things going on that I'm pretty excited about, and one of them is some gigs coming up with the Buddy Rich Band and the Roger Fox Band in New Zealand, and just it's kind of big band month for me. I just did a great gig with Dave Grusin and his big band, and I like to get the instrument into a position where, in a place, you know, setup-wise and tuning-wise, that kind of accommodates the music as much as I can without it, you know, compromising my approach to the way I play. So we're doing dates in Milan and London, and Kathy Rich, and as you may know, Kathy Rich and Greg Potter have been out promoting and keeping the Buddy Rich Band alive now for many years, and we're all thankful for that. So Kathy asked me to take part in these performances and share the feature with Greg on half the show. So I'm really excited about being able to play these great charts with a great band based in London, and you know, that's going to happen real soon now. So, but I kind of wanted to just talk about it because I kind of got inspired to go back to my old high school days. And give a nod to Buddy, because, you know, this is all about his 100th birth year celebration. He would have been 100 years old in September of this year, 2017. So I'm sure some of you know, maybe some of you don't, that Buddy was a huge, huge influence for me, and probably one of the main reasons that I play the drums at all. And when I was a teenager, my dad introduced me to Buddy through bringing some records home, and it was kind of an obsession for me when I was young. I used to set up like him. I used to, you know, in fact, I actually have one of his kits from the mid-'70s, one of his Slingerland kits, and you know, so you go through periods of time of, you know, listening to your idols and, you know, people that you love to listen to, and eventually I had moved on and, you know, got into other players and went other directions for the music that I wanted to do and the career that I wanted to have as a studio musician and a performer, playing all kinds of music. But I've recently, with all of the great stuff out there on YouTube of Buddy, have dove back in and really become all inspired again, just to really be able to see him closer than I ever really got to live, even though I saw him probably a dozen times when I was a teenager and younger. Could never really see what he was doing. Boy, you can really get in there and see it now. So I figured for these shows in particular and all this big band work, I'd kind of go back to my big band setup and just see what it felt like. So for these shows, I'm actually going to be using, and what's set up now here in the studio, a 24-inch bass drum. And I've got it set up with ambassador heads on both sides, with felt strips, and a little prototype muffler here that I'm working on with Remo for full-headed drums. No port, they're full heads, so the drum is, you know, big and huge sounding, and sounds awesome. It's kind of a cross between Buddy and John Bonham, so it's kind of, I love this. And back in the day, this is what everybody was playing, you know, the bigger drums, and well, at least a lot of people, especially in the big band circles. So, yeah, Remo ambassador heads on the front and the batter side, and just a black head, but it is an ambassador. There's no ring or anything in it. And then I'm also kind of going back to those sizes that Buddy played, which is a 13-inch tom and a 16-inch tom. Now, there was another 16 that Buddy always played, and I think actually in all the videos I've ever seen of him, I think I maybe seen him hit it twice or 3 times maybe, but most of the time there was a towel on it. He could do with these 3 drums what pretty much none of us can do with as many as you want to put up there. So So for me, it's not about trying to play like Buddy, certainly not. That's a big mistake that, we shouldn't try to play like anybody. I mean, that's, a waste of time. But certainly to reference and give the nod, and for me, I did spend quite a lot of time attempting to figure out what Buddy was doing, and still do, and most of the time I'm still at a loss. So, but anyway, I figured with the setup and the tuning, it's fun to go back and experiment with that, and I've added to the set with thinking about how to interject the melody that I like to have on the kit, and make it a little bit different, just from my perspective of how I want to be able to make music on the kit. So I've put the 14-inch floor tom in the back here. And, like I said, 16 here, 13 here, and I'll be using another 16 of a same color when I get the drums in London and Milan. Also going to be setting up this way for fun with Osnoy this weekend with this kit, and I'll have another 16 Phoenix. But the tuning is kind of cool. Normally, Buddy would always have a fifth between these drums. Maybe I'm not quite there, but I've gotten a little bit of a different tuning going on here. That I've got the 14 tuned higher in between these two, so the pitch configuration is sort of right going that way. And then low on the bottom over here. So the melody becomes pretty cool, actually, right, when doing different things. All right, so some different melodies happening, but the whole idea of the setup with the two 18s and the ride and the splashes in the middle, that's the basis of the Buddy setup, and like I said, I used to set up this way when I was a kid, and it's kind of fun going back to it just for the big band experience. Of course, I've all my evolutions up here, my Sabians. I'm also using my, effects symbol over here and my ozone over here and the stack that I like to add on. But so I'm really looking forward to these dates coming up with the Buddy Rich Big Band. We're going to be at the Milan Blue Note May 19th and 20th, 2 shows a night, and then we're at Ronnie Scott's the 22nd through the 27th. And that's kind of cool because I think one of the last shows Buddy played was at Ronnie Scott's in London. And also there's some great footage of him there from 1969, which you can find. So anyway, just kind of wanted to share a little bit about the excitement I have for honoring Buddy and his 100th birth year, and being able to go and play these amazing charts with an amazing band, and yeah, looking forward to it. So if you're in the area, stop by. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, Ronnie Scott's is going to be streaming something online. So check that out. Go to their website and you can check it out. Ronnie Scott's in London. All right, cool.